The Curse of Oak Island, the story of the world's longest treasure hunt by Randall Sullivan. Oak Island is a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia. It's covered in oak trees, thus got its name. In 1795, a group of young men noticed a strange indentation in the ground, and they started digging, thinking that something was buried there, and it quickly became obvious that this was a man-made shaft of some kind. Now, they thought that this could be the treasure of Captain Kidd. Captain Kidd was a pirate in the 1600s that became rich from plundering in the Caribbean. He was captured and sentenced to death by the British, but he said that he would show them where his missing treasure was if they didn't execute them. Apparently that deal wasn't good enough because they executed him. And so it was a mystery ever since of where did his treasure end up. As these young men are digging on Oak Island, this is what they think that they found. And it's not unthinkable, because throughout Nova Scotia there are pirate treasures being buried and have been dug up. So it's probably a reasonable assumption at the time. But they keep digging down this shaft, and every 10 feet they come across this wooden platform. They dig down another 10 feet, another wooden platform, and so on and so on. They get down 90 feet, and then the shaft starts flooding, and then they're stuck, and they give up. In the mid-1800s, a company comes in, determined to finally get to the bottom of the treasure, and they bring all their resources, and they're spending thousands and thousands of dollars. They dig a side shaft next to the original pit that the kids were digging in, and that floods too. So this becomes the pattern, because that company, after spending a whole lot of money, gives up on finding the treasure and abandons it in despair. And so the story of Oak Island is a series of these kind of ventures. There's always a new company or a new person coming in saying, this time they're going to be the ones to find out what's going on with this treasure at Oak Island. So that's one hindrance to actually getting to the treasure. Every new person who comes in has to deal with the series of messes that the previous people left behind. Over the course of its history, Oak Island had an increasing reputation for being cursed. You have lots of people ruining their lives, determined to find whatever this treasure is. And also there are lots of deaths that accompany this treasure hunting mission. People falling down the shaft, being poisoned by trapped gases, and there was a boiler explosion that scalded someone to death too. So it's a very tarnished history. Also, the main problem with actually solving the Oak Island mystery is that there are many theories that are possible and you can't disprove them. Inca treasure, Spanish treasure, pirate treasure, Knights Templar treasure, the Holy Grail, and then this interesting theory about Sir Francis Bacon that has more credibility than it may seem at first. It's like this island and this mystery shaft is the receptacle of every possible treasure hunting mystery that exists. For that reason, this was a very interesting read, because I love those kinds of stories. And so they're all gathering here because this mystery island could be the answer to so many different things. As far as the way the book is written, it's very historically dense, which is good. I like the detail that this researcher put into it. So you really feel like you're sifting through with him the interesting theories, the compelling theories, versus the absurd theories that aren't consistent and they don't make a lot of sense. I was entertained all the way through, though I'm still baffled that it has been so long and so many people have tried to solve this mystery and we still aren't any closer. I think the range of theories has actually gotten wider instead of narrower. Like, we haven't been able to rule things out, which is mind-boggling to me. So if I had to take a guess, in another 50 years from now, I don't think we'll know that much more than we do now. Either way, I'm not expecting any news anytime soon from Oak Island. 4 stars.